Namaskar. Welcome to Ek Samvaad at Arunim Ankuran. 11th February is Safer Internet Day. We're in conversation with Mr. Sunil Sadasivan. He's a cyber security expert and we're so happy to welcome him here to Ek Samvaad. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you. Thanks.
A word about Arunim Ankuran. This is an initiative for positive social change through self-development. The goal is greater well-being and happiness for all. At Arunim Ankuran, we believe that each person is unique and special in some way, that each person can make a difference, that each person can create an impact, and that's what inspires us to keep going. So Safer Internet Day is observed every year to promote the safe and responsible use of technology and internet. In 2025, this globally recognized day falls on Tuesday, February 11, and carries the theme Together for a Better Internet. This theme highlights the importance of collective action in creating an internet that is safe, inclusive, and empowering for all. It encourages individuals and organizations and governments to collaborate and take steps to ensure the digital space remains a positive environment, fostering respect, responsibility, and security. Started as an initiative of the EU SafeBorders project in 2004, then taken up by the Insafe network as one of its earliest actions in 2005, Safer Internet Day has grown beyond its traditional geographic zone and is now celebrated in more than 180 countries and territories worldwide. The internet is a powerful tool that connects the world and offers countless opportunities for learning, social interaction, and business. However, it also poses risks like cyberbullying, phishing, data breaches, and exposure to inappropriate content. Safer Internet Day emphasizes encouraging safe and ethical, responsible internet usage, spreading awareness about cybersecurity threats and solutions, empowering young users with the tools to protect themselves online, and highlighting the role of technology companies in fostering online safety. So with this background, a safer internet begins with an educated and mindful user. In this episode, we welcome Mr. Sunil Sadasivan. He'll be highlighting the importance of creating a secure and inclusive digital environment for everyone. He's an extremely distinguished professional in this sphere. In more than 25 years of his professional life, he has conducted more than 500 cybersecurity workshops pan-India. He's a guest speaker with Doordarshan and All India Radio, a resource person with Government Administrative Training Institutes. His proposal to Government of Kerala to include cybersecurity syllabus in their school curriculum has been approved. He's a permanent cyber columnist at the Hitwad with over 100 articles on cybersecurity issues. There is so much more that we'll discover as we go on further in this conversation. So thank you so much again for being here. And before we go any further, I would like to know what inspired you to get into this area of cybersecurity?
Actually, see, I'm into this IT field since last more than 25 years. And 8-9 years back, actually, I used to do this give training to judges and all for the cyber law, actually. Okay. Cyber law, not for the common persons. And after that, actually, I had a vacation in Kerala. So I went there. So one of my friend asked me, he's a lecturer in a college. He asked me, Sunil, why don't you come to our college and give a lecture on cyber security? So I was a little feared, actually, because, I never faced the common public. I was only facing only this exclusive professional judiciary, actually. So I don't know how I'll be giving that in front of the common public. So anyway, I don't know how I prepared, I don't know, but somehow I made, around 30-40 minutes lecture on the cyber, addressing the common man, I tried. And let me tell you, that was my first session, actually, for the public. And you told me in the introduction, in the introduction that I already had around 500 workshops. So that was my first workshop, actually, for the public. After that, the response I got from that, I decided that yes, this is actually for the public, not for any. I'm not saying that it's not for the professionals, but
Hmm.
mostly needed the audience is the common man actually.
Yes.
Okay, this I am telling about 8 years back incidents actually. Okay, so that time the cyber security is not, I mean, in that way, but and I took it as a time pass. Like wherever I go, I used to give the lecture. Okay, but when we face the COVID situation, after that this became very serious actually.
Hmm.
So after COVID, let me very frankly tell you that actually after COVID, I took this as a serious profession actually. So now, like this is in my tan man dan, so that's what actually, yeah.
I think there is a very strong need for someone like you in this space because हम लोग सब use करते हैं, especially mobile में use करते हैं, laptops में use करते हैं. We are all using the internet, and not everyone is aware of what the dangers are. So we need experts like you, to tell us and guide us about it. So first of all, tell me about what is cyber literacy.
The word literacy has a meaning actually as defined by the government of India. Okay, one who know to write and read can call us illiterate actually. The government of India has redefined the definition of literacy. Okay, what they have redefined is, of course, whatever I told it was there, but they added some critical skills
Mm-hmm.
like digital literacy and financial literacy. Means one should have the digital and financial literacy. Only those can be called as a literate.
Hmm.
Okay. So digital literacy, I can call as a cyber literacy.
Hmm.
Okay. Financial literacy means, like the banking,
Hmm.
that there are so many, procedures these days to operate with the bank and all. So many OTP, so many online, I mean, apps, etc., etc.
Yes,
So that
yes.
is one financial literacy. Digital literacy comes under, I can call as a cyber literacy. Okay. So, considering a mobile user, actually,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we are all using mobile actually. So, considering a mobile user, I think we should have a cyber literacy, having some topics. Okay, there are around 8 to 9 topics. I mean, made by me itself.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is what I am doing these days to give training or lectures or this thing to all part,
Hmm.
all area of society actually. So literacy is, I mean, cyber literacy is a must these days. Okay, and one more thing I wish to tell, I mean, is the mobile. Okay, I should say without mobile one won't be able to survive actually these days. Why I'm
Hmm.
saying so is I had a survey a couple of months back that there are so many schemes, like central government schemes for the poorest of poor people in India. I mean
Yes.
in the lower level. They are having some I mean Pradhan Mantri Yojana, etc., etc., etc. Okay, to avail that scheme to a man, he must need a mobile
Hmm.
because the amount there he's getting into his bank account,
Hmm.
the cash deal is no more these days.
Hmm.
So to avail that scheme, he must need a bank account. Of course, also need a mobile.
Correct.
So our poorest of poor persons
Hmm.
is actually should have a mobile these days. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm telling it's a unavoidable this thing. Without mobile, we won't be able to survive actually.
So I think that is very enlightening to know about digital literacy क्या चीज है and why it is so important for us, for everyone actually, nowadays. Uh,
Yeah,
most of
absolutely.
us most of us are using the mobile and using internet on the mobile, like accessing the thing. So we would like you to share a few tips कि जब हम लोग मोबाइल में इंटरनेट यूज कर रहे हैं, what are some of the risks and how we should deal with them.
Okay. When we say mobile, I normally call a smartphone actually.
Hmm, hmm,
Okay. There's a difference between phone and a smartphone actually. Okay. So when we call smartphone means there is a internet connection in that.
hmm,
That's why we call a smartphone actually. We do have some kinds of keypad phone those
hmm,
days, where there were no internet connection was possible in that phone. Okay, so this phone is smartphone. So and the ingredients in the mobile, you can say the mobile apps or whatever maybe. So this all requires the internet connection to work actually. Okay, if I, for example, if I'm taking is like WhatsApp. Okay, normally अगर एक mobile app use करना है, we require the internet. So without internet, the smartphone won't work properly, I should say. These days, we, as far as the mobile is concerned, we install umpteen number of mobile apps in our mobile. Okay, that's the first mistake we are doing. Irrespective, like we don't know the much about the mobile operation. Still, we install like many number of apps in the mobile. Okay, that's one reason why we are under threat. Okay, that's one reason, because like normally in the sessions I used to ask a question to the audience. The question is this: uh, if you go to your list of apps in the mobile, means kitne apps hai aapke mobile mein, normally you may answer after seeing it maybe 40 50. Okay, this is the average number I'm telling. Actually, this could be more for some. But when I ask the second question, like, do you know do you know about all the apps installed in that? For what purpose, when, and what is the use? Okay, their answer is, sir, WhatsApp तो मैंने इंस्टॉल किया है, Facebook भी मेरा है, लेकिन बाकी तो कंपनी का मोबाइल ऐप से. This is the answer I'm getting. Company के mobiles, because they don't know the actual use of the app, and they label it as a company's mobile app. Sorry, company's app. No. As a mobile user, the first thing you should know is you should know and you must know about all the mobile apps installed in your mobile, one to end. Yes, categorically, yes. This installed by me. This installed from by the company itself. Okay, and what is the use? What was how, when it is get updated? This is a basic thing. What I'm telling is actually okay. We called as a device security. Device security. Okay. As a mobile use, I'm telling. Considering a mobile as this device security. Okay. Number two, when we install a mobile app, we give all the permissions. Okay. ओके, मैं नॉर्मली एक एग्जाम्पल एक्चुअली लेता हूँ लिटिल बच्चों को समझने के लिए, मतलब समझाने के लिए परमिशन क्या होता है. आई थिंक ए कॉमन मैन कैन अंडरस्टैंड ओनली आफ्टर दैट एक्चुअली. लाइक मैंने क्या किया कि एक मेरा घर पे टीवी खराब हुआ एक्चुअली. ओके, सो आई सर्च्ड फॉर सम पर्सन्स हु कैन रिपेयर इट. ओके, आई गॉट 3 पर्सन्स. ओके, आई कॉल्ड अप द फर्स्ट पर्सन. आई टोल्ड या भैया ऐसा ऐसा मेरा फ्रंट रूम में रखा है टीवी. मैंने बोला यार इसको रिपेयर करना, कितना पैसा लगेगा? वो बोला यार मैं 2000 रुपए लूंगा. ओके, आई कॉल्ड द नेक्स्ट पर्सन. ओके, ही सेड मैं सिर्फ 500 रुपए लूंगा. अरे वाह, ठीक है. आई कॉल्ड द थर्ड पर्सन. ही सेड सर मैं फ्री में करके दूंगा. ओके, नेचुरली अपना नेक्स्ट एक्शन विल बी भैया आप बाकी जो फर्स्ट आदमी को भैया आप चले आओ, मेरे को आदमी मिल गया. ओके, okay, I called the person who can do it in free of cost. And जब उसको घर पे टीवी रखा, आप कर लो रिपेयर, तो उसने बोला सर थोड़ा सा एक चीज है, थोड़ा सा बाजू में आया मेरा कान में. उसने बोला सर मैं फ्री में तो करूंगा आपका टीवी फ्रंट रूम में रखा हो, लेकिन मैं जब भी चाहूंगा मैं आपका हर रूम में घुसूंगा, बेडरूम हो बाथरूम हो कहीं भी, मेरे इच्छा से कभी भी मैं चाहूं आपके रूम में घुसूंगा, लेकिन फ्री में करके दूंगा टीवी. ओके, Now, when I said bedroom or bathroom, थोड़ा सा लोगों का चेहरा थोड़ा सा ये हो जाता है, छोटा हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा why you are using these ugly words, people. But there's a meaning, there's a different definition of this, what I call is bathroom or bedroom. Okay, in IT field, in cyber field, we call this privacy. Okay, you are entering into my bathroom means you are entering into my privacy actually. Okay. So compromising my privacy, I am installing so many free apps because it's free.
Yes,
you got it. So that's the first thing. So when we take the mobile in our hand before installing any apps, this we should keep in mind. And the second thing, permission means they are taking every permission of our mobile. Just like you can enter into any room. Okay, there is nothing hidden. Even my alamara, this thing, everything he can see, he can enter, he can access. So that's what. and that is what actually. So we should understand this. As far as a device, this thing is concerned, security is concerned, we should understand the permission. Okay. If you ask me, my mobile is having only 3 mobile apps. Okay. And you may wonder, I am a very IT savvy person. How you, how you live only with 3 apps. Last 15 years, I am what is called an ardent user of online purchase. Okay, even a soap, I do purchase by online only. Now you may wonder, without a mobile app, how I purchase. Yes, it is possible. Because as I said, I am having 3 mobile apps. The one is WhatsApp, because it's basically an app, mobile app actually. Okay. Second is, I can say it's a Google Pay. It's again an app. Barring these 2, okay, everything we can access browser. In my laptop, I can access. If I wish to purchase something through Amazon, I can go to Amazon site through a computer browser. I can buy it actually. Because when you install an app, now you have to give all the permissions. I'm not saying the computer is so safe, but comparatively, the computer is safe as compared to mobile, because we are not having any so much of a personal thing stored in our computer. But whereas in our mobile, our private chat, our photos, our bank apps, everything is in it. And more than that, we all having a mobile number which is linked to our bank account.
Yes.
That is in our mobile. So when I'm giving access to other person, means I am indirectly giving access to my bank. See, हमको ऐसा लगता है कि okay यार, हमको कभी भी OTP आएगा पेमेंट के पहले. Okay. But suppose if somebody is having access of my mobile, I mean, in other words, if somebody hacks my mobile, what he can do is, the OTP which I receive from the bank, I assume they send to me, actually that OTP can go to that person. It won't come to me.
Okay.
That is technically possible. So people are in a very wrong thought, I should say. People say, mere ko OTP to aayega. No, that days are gone. So considering, coming back to your question, we should keep our mobile very securely, having less number of apps. Yes, I always say you should keep a list of must to have app and not to have app in our life. Okay. So that list we should keep. Like in घर पे हम लोग बोलते हैं कि यार मैं ये घर से किराना लूंगा, सॉरी, और ये घर से मैं एक दुकान से मैं कपड़ा लूंगा, ये दुकान से मैं सब्जी लूंगा. ऐसा we having a discipline normally.
Yes.
Like that, apps के बारे में भी हमको बहुत जरूरी है कि ये मेरा मस्ट ऐप है, ये मेरा नहीं, इसका जरूरत नहीं है, करना जरूरी है actually. I think you are following what I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely. So I think minimum number of apps we should keep. जो बहुत जरूरी है वही apps रखना चाहिए, और जो apps रखते हैं उसका भी हमने जब permission दिया है, we should be very conscious about what we have given permission for. They can access a lot of information which is on mobiles. So this is really important. And when you said about the monetary transactions, some of us are buying things from these websites, Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra. What are some of the dangers involved there? Because many of us have experiences, where the money which was there in our thing, it has gone away, or somebody bought something and we didn't buy that, but they bought it on our account and stuff like that. So please tell us a little about that also.
Okay, I mean, this is a common question I receive from the audience normally. Actually, people ask कि यार ये जो Google Pay, Phone Pay, ये सब safe है क्या? या फिर मैं online Amazon के purchase करता हूँ, ये सब safe है क्या? So my answer to that is very simple actually. See, they all are safe. Okay, but the thing is, my mobile itself is not safe. The device itself is not safe. See, because since when we say online portal or e-commerce portal, we do make the payment actually. See, as far as cash on delivery is concerned, okay, up to one certain limit, I can say that is comparatively safer, because we are giving money only after I receive the item actually. Okay. When we are making the payment online, there comes the threat actually. Okay. The threat means, it's the same answer. Like, you see, when I'm making a payment through an app, okay, there are so many apps surrounding in that surrounding means already there are so many apps installed in my mobile. One of or few of those could be some spy apps. Spy apps means it whatever we do, they know, because the person who installed that app, I should say hacker, okay, he can see what you are typing, okay, what pin you are typing, okay, etc. So while purchasing, again, the bottom point is this: your mobile, if you're doing to it mobile, then definitely your mobile should be installed with a lesser number of apps, and those are all apps should be known apps actually. It should not be any unknown apps, because अभी आप देखेंगे तो नहीं यार इसके बारे में मुझे पता नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. All the apps installed in your mobile, you should know all about that. Then only you can freely do this online purchasing and all. Okay, and one more I think I can tell is, see, these days there are so many frauds happening in this online purchase.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
like हमने कुछ चीज परचेज किया और मुझे उसको रिटर्न करना है, मुझे पसंद नहीं आया. Okay, there are loopholes in that.
Yes.
Okay, the loopholes normally, I mean, that advantage the criminal takes actually. Okay, if we read about any mobile apps, if there is any loophole, that is the thing which criminal takes advantage of. Okay, I'll just tell an example actually. See, suppose if you are doing an online purchase, okay, and you are getting the item, and after seeing the item, you just felt that नहीं यार ये मुझे पसंद नहीं आया, okay, मुझे वापस करता हूँ. तो what you do is there is a return option in your mobile app, return policy. So when you click the return button, okay, definitely the company comes to know that yes, yeah, that person is not he's just returning that item. Okay, then what we do is, after that return action is done, we wait for the person to collect our item, right? Okay. After that, whatever call you receive, and that person, I am from Amazon, you will 100% give trust to that person, because you done that return actually. The issue here is,
Yes.
all this whatever happening now, this is been leaked actually. Leaked means, if I am doing a return this thing, end of the day one human being is having the idea about this, and maybe from the company, maybe from the Amazon, maybe from between, and that person, he takes advantage of this. If you take 80 to 90% crimes now, all places there's the involvement of an insider. Okay, if you take a small example, local example, अपने यहाँ पे जो local courier persons होता है, इनको क्या रहता है कि बीच में एक गैंग को पुलिस ने अरेस्ट किया. ओके, तो अरेस्ट किया, तो उनको जब इन्वेस्टिगेट करके उनको जो पूछा गया, तो उन्होंने बोला कि सर हमको कुरियर पर्सन ने हेल्प किया नंबर देने के लिए. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a loophole actually, I should say. This is a loophole. That loophole is taken advantage by this criminals actually. Okay, so ये थोड़ा सा है ना, मेरे लिए बोलना ये मुश्किल रहेगा कि safe कैसा रहेगा. As long as a exclusive human being is there can be a threat. Yes, if it is taken by the machine completely, just like when these days when we travel, we got Digi Yatra. This thing is there. Less human involvement is there. Okay. So the chances of manipulation is comparatively lesser actually.
What is the message, and what are some of the basic tips that you can share with all of us, so that on Safer Internet Day we can feel safer about using the internet? Some tips for us.
The thumb rule is, again, I am telling minimum number of apps in the mobile. The thumb rule is. Yes. Second thing, what I should say is, see, these days I saw many persons, they use dual SIM. Two SIMs, mostly they all have. Okay. And one must that amongst that one must be of the bank registered number. Okay. One is maybe for the common call purpose, etc., etc. But what we do is we put both the SIM in the same mobile. It's the biggest mistake actually. Okay, this is the biggest mistake. Why I'm saying is, suppose your mobile got stolen or lost. Okay, your banking app is in that, your WhatsApp is there, everything is there. Okay, so as far as banking is concerned, what they say ki, see, the moment the mobile is lost, we need to inform the bank to block the account, right? So when I call the bank, they say you should call from your registered mobile number. I already lost. Okay. Then when we say sorry, actually the mobile घूम गया है, वो तो mobile घूम गया, कोई बात नहीं. You call from the alternative number. वो भी घूम गया उसके साथ, क्योंकि the other number which we are given of the same SIM. So my message to you, I mean for you, is as far as this is concerned, wherever we are given the alternative number, that number should not be in the same handset.
Okay, yes.
Okay, the different handset. Okay, number one. And second thing is, if I'm having a handset and that number is with the bank, I mean registered with the bank, then I think we should have minimum things done in the mobile. We should not do online purchasing, etc., in the same mobile. And the one very important tip, normally I call it as a Gaurani tip. Actually, Gaurani tip is this: you carry two bank accounts. Okay, you should carry two bank accounts. One is my main saving account. Okay, one is for the online shopping purpose. Okay, you keep lesser balance in that online shopping this account, and your main saving account, you should never install any mobile apps, I mean this thing in that actually, that you should keep separate. Okay, so my main saving account with the bank. Okay, I'm not doing any transaction at all, I mean as far as online is concerned. I'm not exposing that account in online purposes actually. Okay, I'm giving a standing instruction to my bank, to my main account, is that यार इसमें से सिर्फ एंड सिर्फ मेरा यही अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर होना चाहिए. We can do that. सिर्फ एंड सिर्फ we can give a standing instruction to bank that मेरा बैंक से सिर्फ एक ही अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर होना चाहिए, बाकी कहीं भी ट्रांसफर नहीं होना चाहिए unless until my next written instruction. This is possible. So what we do is we keep on transferring lesser amount to our shopping, what we call as the shopping bank account. I mean, which we kept for the shopping.
Right.
And जैसे जैसे कम होता है वो बैंक से हम ये बैंक में दूसरा मतलब ट्रांसफर दूसरे वे में ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं actually. This is a very good way of keeping that. People doesn't have any this thing and all. And fourth is that, see, normally we like there are some apps, they want our bank account to be attached in their apps actually, for the automatic payment. We should never do that. If you are not a cyber literate fully, I just strongly say you should not do that actually. Okay, if you are literate enough to understand, then it's okay. I'm not discouraging, but if you are having a better knowledge about this thing, cyber plus and minus, then definitely you can do. Otherwise, a common citizen, like our India is having around 6 lakh plus villages. I am concerned about those public. I'm not concerned about a very professional person who is having a very highly technical skill. No, these villages, see, crime in these normally attackers are they are targeting this audience villages, because it's very easy to get a photo ID from them. Anything it's very easy. So for them, I am saying you should keep two bank accounts. एक सिंपल अकाउंट ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग के लिए जो अपन मोबाइल में इंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं, ऐप लिंक कर सकते हैं, बट जो मेन जो बैंक अकाउंट है वो कभी हम लोग मोबाइल से हमको कभी दूर रखना चाहिए.
Finally, just in one sentence, what is your message for the audience?
Message for the audience is, less share at internet space. Let's share. We do all share, like statuses, etc., etc. Now where I am now, what I'm doing, I got a
Yes,
new
yes.
car, etc., etc. Let's share. Is the message? Is the concern, the crime is concerned? Let's share.
Thank you so much for joining us on Ek Samvaad, and
Thank
we
you.
hope that everybody will benefit from the valuable tips you have shared. Thank you so
I
much.
hope.
Thank you.